Hello everyone. So this is a very last minute video from me, but I just wanted to share some insights or some thoughts really that I had about a situation that unfolded for me recently. So I received an email from a publication that I've written into before. And in this email, it was basically extending an invitation to write again and contribute insights into 2023, basically giving predictions about the year to come. And I'm assuming that this was a mass email just being sent to anyone who's contributed to the magazine before. And as part of the email, they were saying that information that's helpful but not predictive, they'll consider it, but it's not guaranteed that it's going to be in the magazine. And I just had some thoughts about that I wanted to share. It is my belief that in the times that we're in and in the times to come, that it's not so much about predictions anymore. I don't really think it's about knowing exactly what's going to happen. I feel that it would be much more beneficial for us to focus on ourselves, our sense of composure, our ability to stay grounded, our ability to remain in our hearts regardless of what is happening, what is unfolding in front of us. I think that there are certain situations that perhaps we need to be prepared for, but I don't think that that should be our focus. I feel that whatever it is that we need to be prepared for, this is why it's important for us to get in touch with our intuition and our internal guidance system, is anything that we need to be prepared for, we're going to either be shown, whether through our sense, our vision, hearing, thought, whatever, or it's going to be something that we're being prepared for through our experience. What is it that, this is why it's also very important for us to really pay attention when we're going through some level of difficult experience. What is it that we can take from these experiences? Because whatever we learn from these experiences becomes our wisdom. And we can apply these bits of wisdom in the future, whatever it is that's unfolding in our lives. And I think that this tendency to focus on predictions is not necessarily beneficial. And it's actually one of the reasons why I had to stop doing readings. Besides the fact that I think it was just time for me to continue growing and continue exploring all of my, affinities and things that I love and everything like that. I also started to feel limited by people's perspective on life, of needing to know what's going to happen before it happens. That is a very limiting way to see life, because there are going to be things that occur in life and we're not necessarily going to know that they're going to happen. And I think part of living life is living in the mystery of life. We're not always going to know what's going to unfold. I mean, that's just part of being a human being and being on the earth, is that there's always going to be things that happen that we were not prepared for, that we didn't see coming. And when those things happen, when they start to unfold, it's not so much about, well, why wasn't I prepared for this? Well, on some level, you might have been prepared in the sense of your own internal wisdom, what you've been through previously that has prepared you for what's happening now. Or maybe it's an opportunity to learn how your approach needs to change. Maybe something needs to shift. Maybe there's something you need to learn in the situation. It could be all sorts of things. But I guess what I'm trying to say is that, it's not so much about what happens, but it's how we move through and navigate through the situations that unfold. And like I said, I do think that there are certain instances where maybe certain things we do need to be shown. I said that before, that there are certain things that maybe will happen in the future that maybe Spirit wants us to know about. So maybe we'll get a dream, or we'll get a vision, or we'll just wake up with a certain feeling like, I don't know, I feel like something is going to happen. And in those instances, that's fine. I actually feel like that's exactly how it's supposed to happen. That if there is something that you need to know, you will be shown that. But to purposely try and predict what's going to happen, I don't think it's necessary. I think we need to start learning how to be centered in the midst of anything that's going on. And this is not to say that you have to be emotionless, and you know how I am. I'm not one to promote things like that. It's not about being emotionless. It's not about, being completely disconnected. But it is about being present in whatever it is that we're feeling, allowing ourselves to feel it, and taking action from a place that's mindful and intentional. So we have to be, I guess, mindful and cognizant of that perspective, of feeling that we always need to know what's going to happen before it happens so we can be prepared. There's just certain things that you will not fully be prepared for. Like in terms of, when I say fully be prepared for, I mean in terms of cerebral knowledge of that event. On another level, you could say, well, you're always prepared because you have your internal guidance system, you have the wisdom of your experiences, you have your own heart. That, all of that prepares you on a certain level. But this idea of preparing in a way that you know exactly what's going to happen, does it really benefit you to know exactly what's going to happen if you don't know how to deal with it? Is that really preparation? Is it really preparation to know the event that's going to take place, but then when it actually does happen, you're still screaming or running around with your, like a chicken with your head cut off, and feeling like you have to, I guess, cause chaos in your life and other people's lives? Is that really preparation? you know? So, yeah. That's pretty much all I wanted to share. It was just those thoughts. We just have to be mindful of that. Okay, so I'll see you all soon. Take care. Bye-bye.